You're flirting with the devil if you're going to use the tool that Google or Amazon or fill in the blank tech monopoly gives you to help run your business better. Small businesses collectively have lost over $200 billion. We're witnessing a record wealth transfer. They can't hire engineers and they can't do it. They need to rely on tools. I just feel like there's this general sentiment that people are stupid, people are sheep, and they're treated that way inappropriately. And what do I mean by that? Well, you got big tech content platforms censoring people, and needing to be the filter for what people are allowed to see or not, right? I mean, why do you do that unless you don't think that people can make up their own minds and make up their own opinions, right? People have a brain. People can figure out rational reasoning for themselves. Why is society trying to limit the media and the information and the content that we consume, trying to limit our civil liberties? Whether you see these shutdowns and all these provisions being made on businesses and how they can operate during the pandemic. There are multiple Supreme Court justices now that have issued memos saying that they think they've seen an unprecedented level of just unconstitutional limitations of our basic freedoms and rights and civil liberties as citizens of the United States of America. And one of the repercussions of that is this guy does a nice job. He's an entrepreneur of some sort. I haven't followed this guy too closely, but he sums it up nicely. Amazon profit up 100%, Walmart up 80, Target up 80, Lowe's up 74. Big tech monopolies at stocks at record highs. Small businesses, 21% closed. Revenue for the rest of them are down 30%, right? And then he talks about the wealth increase for the founders of these companies, Amazon, Google, right, etc. And he says small businesses collectively have lost over $200 billion. We're witnessing a record wealth transfer. The numbers might not be exactly right, but conceptually, the topic is absolutely spot on. What you see when you see civil liberties encroached upon is you see the small guy taken advantage of, small guy in this case being small businesses, and you see the larger ones that have better lobbying, have better access to government officials, can make a better case to be essential, whatever it is, skirt the rules, get special privileges. You see, particularly tech monopolies, being a huge beneficiary in this environment where you have lockdowns. It's really disconcerting to see in a nation that prides itself on freedom, on independent thought, on giving people the power and choice, right? How do you enable and empower and educate people and let them make up their mind? That is what this country is founded on. And it seems so unfortunate that instead we see big government, big tech trying to further curtail those freedoms. And as a result of that, the immediate impact is that you see this in the stock market right now. Stocks are at record highs. Small businesses are suffering. Who owns these small businesses in these small communities, right? These are lifestyle businesses. These are families that have built these businesses for years and decades. And now you take this income away from, they've put everything into this. And what are they going to do? Now you got another wave of shutdowns here. And what have you seen with COVID? You've seen an acceleration of digital. You've seen businesses that have invested in digital, that have been ahead of the curve on digital, are obviously winning. Walmart, a prime example of more of an incumbent kind of comeback kid story, digital really benefiting it. Small businesses don't have the resources to invest in digital, right? They can't hire engineers they can't do it. They need to rely on tools from other companies. I have a real interest personally from Applico standpoint in trying to say the next wave here, right? How can you roll out digital tools to help small businesses? How can you have a win-win situation where that large incumbent enterprise can help small businesses run their business better and provide tools to these businesses separate from the large tech monopolies, right? I think this is a big opportunity I want to highlight more companies going forward that are doing this beyond a Shopify. There are a number of vertical specific players, whether you're talking about food or, B2B distribution, contractors, that are running their own small business. You could have healthcare practices, right? Dentist shops, all these different small business practices. How can we give them more digital tools so they can stay local, but have a digital presence, have a digital mechanism to transact with customers, to communicate with customers? I think this is a huge opportunity. And I think a lot of these incumbents, whether they're retailers, whether they're B2B distributors who do a lot of work in these spaces, can really help accelerate this, right? Provide tools to small businesses, whether those are retailers, whether those are contractors or small practices in these communities. We need to support these businesses and help, at least from a technology standpoint, try and help them be on par or at least closer to par with what's happening with large tech monopolies that, you're flirting with the devil if you're going to use the tool that Google or Amazon or fill in the blank tech monopoly gives you to help run your business better, right? I mean, as they get scale, eventually they turn the screws on you. We've chronicled this. I can't chronicle it anymore. Platforms take advantage of supply at scale when they get monopolistic, power. It's the suppliers that suffer. In this case, that would be retailers, distributors, contractors, et cetera, on the supply side, not the consumer that gets taken advantage of. So we need alternative tools to be embraced by either incumbents or other large enterprises that can help put more resources into these startups, into these companies that have tools. Not everyone's as big as a Shopify. Provide these tools down to the small businesses and really try and help give them at least a digital solution to be somewhat competitive. Otherwise, we're just going to see this gap get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's really, really unfortunate to see, if you just think about kind of parity and just this huge power swing, this huge wealth swing, which government and big government is not helping by any measure. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.